हरि ओम नमस्ते। ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे। न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोर्मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। असाध्यः साधकस्वामिन् असाध्यं तव किं वद रामदूतकृपासिन्धो मत्कार्यं साधय प्रभो। नमस्कारः. In the last class we saw how to look up some noun forms. Basically Ramaha, Dharmaha, Ishwaraha ityadi. So we looked at one thing, dharmaha, and there was one thing which I overlooked. There was a ghasaraha, dharma ghasaraha as a compound word, which we saw. And there was one question, a very valid question, which is it some typo in that? It indeed turned out to be a typo. Sorry, last class I was quickly going through. I couldn't figure it out, but it is very clear that in between vardhanaha, vadaha, there is a ghasaraha and then vahanaha. So basically it should be a typo. We can go take a look at it. If you go at the scanned page, into the scanned page, you can easily figure it out. And if there are such things, what you can do is you can look at, you can click on this corrections and then submit corrections. So let's click on it. Hopefully something is coming up for you. So there, yeah, it comes here like this, the correction form, and then you put the ID, their ID number is there for each entry, and then headword. I don't want to go into the details of this, how you should fill this up, but if you want, you can fill this up and then type your email ID or name. It will come. Maybe if they have questions, they will email you to ask more questions, why it's wrong and all. But most probably they will figure it out themselves. Okay, so that is one thing. The other thing I wanted to show last week and we ran out of time was the abbreviations. For example, Raghuvamsha and all these things. So what does KU here mean? So that also is there in this page in this website itself, and we've also uploaded the front matter, back matter, all these things in the course website. Please take a look at that also. You can download that. If you want to print it out, you can keep a printout of with you, or you can take a look at it here. So if you go to the Apte's page, and see, I'm going to click on Apte Practical Sanskrit English Dictionary, and this goes to the next page where you say Apte Practical Sanskrit English Dictionary, all this displays, and then there is a link called front matter. I'm going to click on that. It takes us to a page where the user notes are there. So all the information you need, for example, abbreviation of works, it comes here. If you click on that, you'll see this table. So this table has everything, like what all abbreviation of works he is using. So we want to look at what is KU, right? So I'm coming down, and then he says it is Kumarasambhava, Bombay. So there he says it's a Bombay edition of this book, Kumarasambhava book. So he's using that as a reference. So this is one thing which might be useful for you. And also there are other things which he uses in the dictionary of abbreviations, all these things. So these things, what does ya mean? It's a tadjita termination. etc. So this might be useful for you. Hmm. Okay, and then so on. So let me go back and we'll continue with there are some questions from last class. I will at an appropriate time I will answer those questions also, because it looks like people are coming in a little late, and if I cover the questions in the beginning of the class, they might miss it. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Now let me continue with some more words. How we should search for words. Last week itself, I had mentioned this. For example, akaranta shabdaha or ikaranta shabdaha, hraswa ikaranta shabdaha. For example, let's say Hari. So Hari, if you search Hari, it has Hari and it's an adjective, right? It comes like that. So, and for example, this is when he says Hari and then Visarga, he makes it very clear that it is a masculine word. So he doesn't have to give an M in at the end. So it's a masculine word, a masculine shabdaha, or it's a pullinga shabdaha. So he doesn't have to make it even more clear that M, it is all redundant. So he uses as much as lesser space as possible. So Hari goes like that. For example, Mati, I mentioned that Mati, this is a feminine word. So he puts Matihi and then puts a F. So if you see Matihi and then he puts an F there. So this means that he makes it much clear now. Again, it is Matihi. It's not a masculine word. It's a feminine word. So this particular thing we should keep in mind. And if we see this way, and we understand, okay, Matihi is not a masculine because there is a Hasva Ikaranta at the end, Hasva Ikara at the end. It could be a masculine word or feminine word, so on. Okay. So now let's go into other ajanta, like other words ending in a vowel. So so Rai. If you look at Rai, right? It's Rai is a word which it's a masculine word. It actually goes as Raha, Rayo, Rayaha in Prathama Vibhakti, and he makes it very clear here. Raha, Rayo, Rayaha, and he says it's masculine. So what I'm doing is, let me give you a background of how I'm approaching this. I am just taking shabdas from Shabdamanjari and then taking you through and how the Koshakara gives the meanings and the forms a bit. So that is my approach today. So you take Rai and then he'll say it's a masculine uh, Shabda, and then the nominative class, nominative is Raha, Rayo, Rayaha. So that is the Prathama Vibhakti. And then after that, you have to have some more knowledge or background, or you should know, okay, I can go and look in Shabdamanjari about the other forms, other Vibhakti forms. Okay. So that way, and now you can also look at Go. The Go is a Shabda. So So again, go, he says it's both masculine and feminine, and the nominative, it is goho. When he says nominative goho, you should not question, oh, is it nominative singular, dual, or plural? He can just give you some hint about, okay, this is nominative singular. After that, if you're still not clear, you should go and consult Shabda Manjari or Rupa Chandrika or some things which gives all the forms, all the Vibhakti forms of this. Vyoma also has a very good product on this. You can take a look at that also. Okay, so this I'm just going to not going to go into all the entries of these forms. I just wanted to give a overview of how you can search these forms, and whenever there is some, for example, go, there is a go who is a masculine form, so it's a little bit irregular form. It's not very intuitive that like Hari, Harihi, Rama, Rama, Ramaha, but why go is Gauhu. All these things, it's not a very straightforward thing. So, but because there are some specialities involved in getting that form, he gives that form. That is the uh, duty of the Koshakarha. Okay. Okay, so that somebody is asking, share the page link to the abbreviation I just showed. So if you go back to one level, the front matter is the, let me copy the address. I'll put it in the chat. Mm. Okay, that is the link. Okay, now let me go back. Okay, so now that we have covered a bit of uh, uh, words ending in vowels. Oh, what does the small f near go mean, right? That is, it says it's feminine also. Go shabdaha can be in masculine and feminine. The same, it is almost the same declension for all. Even the masculine go shabda table will be is very similar to the, I think it's similar, just as similar as the feminine table. F means feminine. Okay. So now let's look at some halanta shabdaha. So that is stems ending in consonants. So I am going to look at this shabda Rajan. So when I am searching Rajan, I used the Pratipadikam itself. So I hope most of you know what Pratipadikam is. It's just a stem, the like how for Kriya Padam, Dhatu is the root form. For all the Nama Padam nouns, there is something called Pratipadikam, which is the root form. So all the shabdas here we should search using the Pratipadikam form. So that needs a little bit of background in the grammar. So for example, Raja is there, but if you search Raja, you will not find in the dictionary. So you will have to go look at Rajan. So for Rajan, he gives masculine, and then he gives the Vyutpatihi of Rajan. He says a king, a ruler, a prince, chief, all these things. And then he says change to Rajaha at the end of a Tadita compound. So this is another form, basically Maharajaha or like that. So basically, if you have a Tadita compound, it becomes Maharajaha, but not Raja. So that also he gives here. For example, he gives this Vangarajaha, Maharajaha examples he gives right here. Okay, so as I said, it is you have to search with the Pratipadikam, and then when it comes to compound, you should know that okay, when you read this, it is Rajagnihi, not Rajanagnihi, Rajanagnihi or something, because we should know that Nakara is dropped at the end of the Pratipadikam here. That there are some grammatical rules, but if you keep reading, I assume that all of you here are actually constantly studying, and you are in a process of you are student and you are studying now, because once you this dictionary is useful only if you are studying. If it's not, you could just want to look at one word, you won't get much out of it. Okay. And then Rajanakaha is like that. So you have to read that. Rajakaraha. Last time I had a comment that I'm going, if I'm changing the screen very fast, it's not coming to you. So let me go a little bit slow. For example, here it's Raja Rishihi. He says Raja Rishihi or Raja Rishihi. He gives these two alternate forms. So wherever there are some special cases, he will bring it out very clearly. Hmm. And then so on. So I don't want to go deep. So yeah, so now I want to answer that question. Somebody asked me, how do you uh, search some words which are, for example, lokartataha was one word they gave. So lokartataha is not is a single word. It's actually uh, a compound word. So you have to look at either loka or artataha. I will come to that when we look at some indeclinables and all these things. But then, for example, tadvai was one word given. How do we look up tadvai or yatohi? So this tadvai is two words, and yatohi is yatas and he. So these kind of why I'm going into this is, for example, you need to have some level of understanding of what the word is. Only then you can look up this dictionary. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult. You will be lost. So that's why I'm saying you are in hopefully you are in a process of studying. So you have to consult. You have either a teacher or a tika or something which give the padacheda some level of breaking down. After that, you can come to the dictionary and take help. You might be lost if you don't even know how to search. For example, Raja, you search Raja, you don't know Rajan is the Pratipadikam for Raja. You may not be able to find. So you need to learn a little bit more. That is my point. So basically, if you're not able to get, and if you, there are a lot of requests, okay, how do you search this particular word in this core? Somebody were asking in the chat window. Uh, so, if you ask me individual words, then it's very difficult for me to cover all the requests. So I would request you not to ask me, okay, how do you look up this particular word? Figure out or ask somebody, or you can send me email in the offline. I can help you with one or two questions like that. But only by constant studying you will be able to get. Is this is not? I mean, I understand that it's not easy, but once you are familiar with this, this becomes very useful to you. Okay. Yes, as a rule, please split the word to its primitive form and then search. That was one comment. Okay, good. Thank you. The other one now I want to go is to because we are in Rajan. I want to go to this. I hope this Rajan has only one thing. So when you go to the compounds, you look at Raja and then do the Sandhi. Raja Asanaha, like Raja Rishihi, Raja Karaha, Raja Karanaha, then and the end nakara at the end goes away. Okay, so because we are in the compounds, I want to go back to one particular word which is a very important word only in compounds. So this word maha. So this maha is this the root form is actually mahat. So this is what it's given here. Okay, how about raj is some one question is how about raj? Raj is another word you can just search as raj in the dictionary. Raj is a different word than Rajan. Okay, so this Maha, coming back to Maha, this Maha is the, as he says here, Maha is the substitute of Mahat at the beginning of the Karmadharaya, Ara, and Brahuvrihi compounds, and also at the beginning of some irregular words. And he's very clearly giving that the number of compounds of which Maha is the first member is very large and may be multiplied ad infinitum. So he's just giving the more important of them are peculiar significations are given below. That itself goes as a lot, a big list. He says he's giving a very small list here, but this list is quite big. So again, you have to read this as Mahakshaha, Mahangaha, so on. Hmm? Mahanga, Mahangaha, so on. Mahanjanaha, like that. Here I want to go and just I touched upon this particular thing last week itself. I want to just go to that again. So hmm. So here there is this thing called Indraha. So Indraha. So you have to read this entry as Mahendraha. There is sandhi there. Mahendraha. And then you keep going this way, and there is thing this Mahendra Chapaha. So Mahendra Chapaha is a rainbow. Next is Mahendra Nagari is name of Amravati. So on. So basically, if you want to look at Mahendra Nagari, you have to come all the way Maha Indra Nagari. So you have to break this. So that it requires a little bit of knowledge of how these compound words are formed and all these things. So once you know, if you know how the compound words are formed, you actually know even the Vigrahavakyam. So that's why he doesn't give the Vigrahavakyam for all these things. He gives for very forms which are not very common. He gives the Vigrahavakyam. So Mahendra Nagari, so Maheshwaraha, so on. Yeah, so this one I wanted to show because how you should come from a compound form, how you look up in the dictionary is in Apte it's a bit of a challenge, but uh, it it also requires a prerequisite. So once you get that prerequisite and come through this dictionary, it will be very useful. Okay. So what do the two dashes mean? The two dashes mean that they are in the same level, or for example, it just gives one dash and one word, and two dashes and the other word. That means it is you can read. Okay, let me go to some example there. Okay, here Ananda, Mahanandaha, Mahanandaha. So it's again the same thing. So Maha Nandaha or Maha Anandaha means the same thing. That's what he means here. So this two dashes means just a start of another word. Uh, is there a reason why Maha is given instead of Mahat in this scenario? So he wants to make this very clear that Maha is the compound, the substitute for Mahat. This particular entry he wanted to bring in because he wanted to have Maha, the complete entry. I think if you search for Mahat, it will be there. Mahat is there. Mahat is another entry, but he wanted to come under this. If he comes and gives Maha, it might be a bit. He wanted to give Maha itself as a separate entry. Okay. Okay. So Maha is I'm done. So I want to now look at the other. I want to hopefully complete the Subantas today. So that is the noun forms. So let's see. I don't have. So this Shabda called Patin. This is a very unique Shabda in for Patin. It is Nakaranta Shabda. It does not look like Gunin, for example. We will look at Gunin next, but I want to show you what Patin is. So here Patin, this is a masculine word. He gives the Vyutpatti here, and then he gives the nominative forms. Prathama Ekavachanam, Prathama Dvivachanam, and Bahuvachana Rupani. And then he gives the accusative plural and instrumental plural. That is the Dvitiya Bahuvachanam and Tritiya Bahuvachanam forms. So he gives all these forms. So these are the forms. So this means that there are differences in the whole thing. So if you are learning Vyakaranam, so there is this Bhasya form, Bha Sanya form, and then Sarvanamasthana form, all these things. So basically, he gives all these three forms and accusative plural and instrumental plural. So if you you can go figure out as a homework why these forms are enough to construct the whole table. So what I'm saying is this: if he gives all these forms, these five forms, this is enough to construct the whole table. If you are learning Vyakaranam, a little bit of Patin Shabdaha, so go and figure out why this is enough for somebody to give these forms to construct the whole table. So Apte puts a lot of thought into making this dictionary. You see, okay. And the word is changed to patha at the end of a compound. So he gives all these things. Again, here is there is a typo here. Dishtim pataha is given. Dishti pataha should be there. So I have submitted a correction for this. So hopefully this will get changed very soon. Okay, so on. So patin is the shabda. Okay. So now let me go to gunin. Gunin. So I am searching with the pratipadikam. The prathama ekavachanam form is guni. You have to look. So you should know that it's a nagaranta pratham and come to this. So gunin. Now gunin is an adjective. So now it means that guni in the masculine, guni in the neuter, gunini in the feminine form. So and he gives some reference from the literature. So on. So basically, this is how you search halanta shabdas. Okay, I will. Let me go to some weird, some very uncommon usage. So anaduh is one form. If you look at Shabda Manjari and all these things, you will see uh, anaduh. See, anaduh is the form is Shabda. So he gives it's a masculine word, and he gives anadvan. That's all. So now he doesn't give it's a masculine singular, nominative singular and all these things. We should know that it is masculine nominative singular. So only if it's required completely he will give. Otherwise he will just give cryptically that okay anadvan. We should know that okay we'll go look at Shabda Manjari and form. Oh, anadvan is the form for nominative singular. That is prathama ekavachana. And then anadva how anadva how he gives. So this is for the dual forms. And anadud byam he gives, etc. He doesn't tell it is okay this is this form, this byam is like okay uh, tritiya dvivachanam, chaturthi dvivachanam, all these things. Okay, so basically by just looking at the entry we should be able to okay something we should, if you have a little bit background. Oh, I've looked at anadu shabda before. Oh, this will just make you remember, it will refresh your memory. That much the dictionary is helping you. Okay, all right. uh, let me see if there's any questions. Okay, now let me look at chat. Okay, now we will look at there are some question that okay if it is a visarga at the end of a shabda, for ramaha he gives rama and then he puts a visarga to indicate it's masculine. Let's say it's a sakaranta shabda or repanta shabda where we see okay manaha asti, so or punaha milamaha. So these are because of some sandhi rule there the visarga came into picture there, but it is not a akaranta shabda, but manas is a sakaranta shabda. So you okay, there was a question. Sorry, what is added to a compound here? I didn't get the question. What is upa and said in the last line? So I think you're looking at anaduh only. Let me look at anaduh. Okay, there was some question. Okay, there was two questions. So one question is what is this upa sa? This means upapada samasaha. So this anadu the anaduh the, there is I don't even know the sandhi form now. How anadu how? Okay, Uh, so basically, if you add the to it, anaduddha is anaduddha, it will become, I think, upapada. It's a upapada samasa. What you wanted? This is the question. What is upa said in the last line, and then what is added to the compound here? Uh, okay, here it's a question. Another question. Yesterday there was last class. There was a question. This is anadu jikhva. So this anaduho jikhva eva patrani yasyaha sa. He gives a vigraha vakyam here. See, as I said, there is the vigraha vakyam is not given for all compounds, but here he gives a vigraha vakyam for this compound. It's a bahuvrihi. Good questions, these two. It came back. I wanted to discuss one form where he gives the vigraha vakyam, because last week there was a question, why doesn't he give the vigraha vakyam? So this another jihva, he gives the vigraha vakyam here, and upasa means upapada samasa. Okay. Okay. Now let's go back to I was looking at manas, right? I just wanted to let you know that manas, it will not be left listed at manaha. So it will be listed as manas. All the sakaranta shabdaha and repanta shabdaha will be given sakaranta or repanta in the dictionary. That's all I wanted to see is tell you. So it's a nominative. Sorry, it's a neuter gender word. So now it's he says manas and then neuter. So we should know it's manaha, manasi, manamsi, manaha, manasi, manamsi. We have to know that. Okay, this is the form. Okay. All right. So now again, so this is done. So now because we have looked at samasas, some of the samasas which he cannot give in the entry itself. So he will have to list it as a separate entry. What I mean is, for example, anadu jihwa was there. That was a compounder. Raja Rishihi was there. He could give under Raja Rishihi. But let's say I take this. So I take this particular compound adhana. Yeah. In case of upasarga, there is he won't give anything other than he gives it differently. But let's come to the later. Upasarga comes only with the dhatus. Uh, I mean, you could have read that upapada samasa as upasarga or something, but it's not upasarga. So now I am going to this compound adhana. He says it's a na ba. So this ba is bahuvrihi, nai bahuvrihi. He says this is a nai bahuvrihi compound. So another way to understand this is it's always an adjective. This bahuvrihi compounds are always adjectives. So this nai bahuvrihi, it means. Okay, there is a question in the chat window asking what does this ampersand c mean? Ampersand c means etc. Again, you can look at all these things in the abbreviation, the front matter of go through that list once. You will understand what all these abbreviations mean. Okay. Here adhana means without wealth and is poor. So adhana is a bahuvrihi compound. Okay. And then similarly adharma, if you want to look at. So there is adharma. So he says this is a nai tatpurusha samasa. So he makes it very clear. Nai tatpurusha samasa. So and adharma, and because it is visarga at the end, it is a masculine gender form. Okay. And then if you look at adharma dandanam, There's another word here he is giving. Adharma dandanam, adharma charin, adharma bhiruhu, adharma mayaha, iti sarvam. Yeah. So these are just compounds. Most of the compounds we have covered now. There are other forms which are like tadhitas, right? For example, dasharatihi, dasharati. So there is this thing called dasharatha, and then in there itself he gives dasharatihi is also the same meaning. Dasharatha and dasharatihi mean the same. It's a son of Dasharatha in general, but it's name of Rama and his three brothers, but especially of Rama. When we say Dasharatihi, we say especially Rama's name. Of course, it can mean Dasharatihi, Lakshmana can also be Dasharatihi, Bharataha can also be Dasharatihi, so on. So this is the Tadhita form. So Tadhita forms you just search as a noun itself. So this is a thing. Okay. I want next look at indeclinables, avyayani. I will just take one question here or something. No, I don't know. So somebody has raised their hand. Okay. Oh, how to read the dot above the dash is like it's a compound kind of thing. So basically, let me go back. Ah, so adharma, I think. So adharma, this is the dot above the dash you are asking, right? So you have to read this as adharmatman. So you read this as this is the second word of that second part of that whole word. Adharmatman. Okay. All right. So okay, now let me go to this indeclinables also, and at the end of the class we'll answer more questions. So, for example, one question is, for example, you want to say saha, sa, or tat. All these things. All these things come under the root pratipadikam is tad. It's a dakaranta pratipadikam. So you have to search. You will not see saha, sa, tat, all these things in the dictionary. You have to know that the pratipadikam of that is tad. So dakaranta shabdaha. He gives it makes it very clear, saying pronoun. So the when he says pron, it's pronoun, and then he says nominative singular is saha in masculine, sa in feminine, and tat in neuter. So this is how you search for saha, sa, tat, all these things. Kasya, kena, tasya, tena, tasyaha. All these things are under one word here. Okay. So similarly, there is this prashnavachaka sabdaha kaha ka kim. So you have to search under kim. The kim, the first meaning is the indeclinable. Leave that. We'll come to this particular thing. The second kim, where he says is a pronoun. So there it's kaha ka kim. All these things, who, what, and all these things. And this also forms some compounds, kimapi, kimartham, and all these things. Okay, so this is the pronouns I want to discuss. I mean, there are quite a few pronouns, but when you search for a pronoun, it will tell you it is PRON. Okay, so this is how you search pronouns. Pronouns, you should again come back to the root forms. What is the pratipadikam of that? Okay, so now because we this Kim introduced another meaning to it, it's an indeclinable, avyayam. So indeclinables are avyayams. So basically, the avyayam means it doesn't decline form; it is, remains the same in all vibhakti. So basically, this Kim is there's another word which is an indeclinable. So he's giving that meaning here, and he says used for ku only at the beginning of the compound or something like that. Uh, So when he says Kim Dasaha or Kudasaha, so you have to look at Kudasaha, read it as Kudasaha, Kunaraha or something like Kupurushaha, so on. Oh, sorry, Kim Purushaha is it? I'm sorry, I might be. Okay, that is a question. What is the meaning of Pratipadikam? As I said, Pratipadikam is the root word or base of any noun form. And is there a dictionary of Pratipadikam? There is the Shabda Manjari. If you are learning Shabdas, you should know Pratipadikam. If you are not know what Pratipadikam is, you have to learn little more grammar. Okay, so there are some. How did I? Okay. Oh, Kimari is a female servant, is it? Okay. Kimari. Okay, good. Kimari is a female servant, apparently. Okay. Yeah, I thought it's cool. Okay. Kim Prabhu. Kim Purushaha, I think it's okay. Okay. Oh, Kinnari. Okay. Okay. How do I? Somebody is raising their hands, but I'm not able to see. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is how you. Let me look at some more. So somebody asked me yatohi. So you have to look at yatas. Is the indeclinable form there? So yatas. So after this, there is a he shabdaha. So that's where yatohi is. So yatohi is a idiomatic word, a phrase. People use it. So it is it. The meanings is like just as in yatas. Okay, kinkaraha means good servant. Thank you. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share today about. Um, so indeclinables. There are a lot of other indeclinables, very interesting indeclinables. For example, bhuyas. Bhuyas. There's an indeclinable form here. Yeah, see here the bhuyas. He gives one indeclinable form, and then after that he says much, very much, exceedingly, largely, and all these things. Okay. Okay, so let me unmute one or two people who wanted to ask questions. Rao.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. In the previous what you call slide, you showed Kim,
Okay.
uh, kaha, ka, Kim. That's who, what, etc. But when
Yeah.
you say ku, that is a derogatory prefix. Kumatehi,
Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Correct.
kunaraha.
Yes.
So
Yes.
how could that be a derivative of Kim?
This is a very advanced question. I don't know the answer for that.
Okay.
Sorry. I mean.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
But the
Yeah. Go
question,
ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
does it come from Kim? The ku, hello,
Yeah. Cool. Does it come from Kim? Is the question, right?
yeah,
I actually don't know the answer for this. Sorry.
yeah.
Maybe I can.
Or is it a separate word? Ku is a separate, ku comes from something else.
Yeah. Is there anybody who's a Vyakarana expert or something who can answer this question?
No, I'll find out. I'll find out. Just I thought, I'll ask the question and see if you have a ready-made answer.
I don't have an answer. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Venkatesh ji. Okay.
Okay,
Aditya.
you
just
can hear me, right?
Ku and Kim are different things. So there is a specific sutra which gives the samasa for Kim Shabda in the sense of content. Kimaha kshepe. So because of which Kim combines with the words in the sense of conveying contempt.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. Venkatesh ji.
Okay.
Sorry.
So the same panel that you are displaying, Kim.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you previously mentioned if you have a hyphen before a word like dash dasaha, dash
Correct. Correct.
naraha,
Correct. Correct.
so on and so forth, right? You would choose the word on top of the panel and attach it to that
Correct.
to form a word. Like maha, you are giving an example.
Correct.
So
Correct.
in this case, since ku is an alternate form, is the sense I have. I know it is kinnaraha because we know there is a kinnara and there is kinnari. Is kim nara? I mean, is it also possible? It could be ku naraha or ku
Uh,
nari.
looks like Ku Naraha is actually Kin Naraha, as Mahodaya pointed out. She actually tells looks like Ku. If you want to have a bad a connotation for bad, the Ku Shabda changes into Kim.
Like ku purushaha, kind of.
Like for example, Kim Naraha, all these things.
So I guess my basic question was, if you have, for example, in the panel that you have Kim and it alternative form is ku. That's the way I'm reading it.
No,
Then
it's not
anytime you
alternative
have
form apparently. It's not alternative form apparently. I think so. I mean, I
okay,
have to confirm this.
okay. In other words, okay, you have Kim and there is a ku.
Hmm.
If the way it is used for in terms of bad, so if there is a bunch of other secondary words like dash dasaha, dash naraha, dash something, you could either combine with ku or you could combine with Kim. Is that true? That's my question really, not
That's not true
specifically.
here. It says very clearly here that used for Ku only at the beginning of compound to convey. So it's
So
in the term in place of ku, the kim comes. That's all. It's an adesha.
agreed. So any of the dash x dash y dash z, right?
Right.
You could always say ku, some x ku, y ku, something, or only some things can be combined with ku. Not everything can be combined with ku based on our knowledge. Is that right? The
Yeah.
dictionary does.
Correct. I mean, I don't know whether this. Yeah, you are right. I don't have
Okay,
a complete answer for that. Maybe we have to
that's
little
fine.
more dig into this.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking is I was thinking that anytime I see a hyphen with something, you would mechanically combine to form a new word, but it looks like it isn't, that you need to know something else. You couldn't mechanically combine. It
No, no.
looks
But here, when you look at the dictionary here, this
oh,
dasaha means only kim dasaha, not ku dasaha. Here.
oh, I see.
This is you are right that you can just mechanically combine, but of course you have to take care of the Sandhi rules. But after that,
Agree?
you are just mechanically kim dasaha. It doesn't have anything to do with ku here. He
Okay.
says, but if you want to look at ku something, you have to go and look at ku shabda
Oh,
in the
fine.
dictionary.
Okay, so that's the used for ku only at the beginning is kind of an aside, nothing to do with this explanation.
Correct.
Okay, thanks. Never mind then.
Dhanyavadaha. GVR.
Yes, my question is, Kinkaraha doesn't have a negative meaning. Am I right? It has a positive meaning, a good servant kind of thing.
Um, again, I am not sure about it, about the meanings. Probably it says a female kinnara.
No, I'm saying Kinkaraha. Kinkaraha.
King Karaha, right? Okay. Let's see. Mm,
Because we have come across this word Kinkaraha,
yeah, okay.
songs and all the Sanskrit
But King
songs.
Karaha is not even here, right? So probably it doesn't have the negative meaning, negative connotation here. So that's why I think King Karaha is not listed here.
Thank you.
Jagadish Acharya. Are you there? Jagadish Acharya? I can hear some typing. Okay.
I was just saying, ku and kim are used generally with the kutsitarte, something
Okay.
to show inferior or bad.
Okay.
And also kinkara is, I don't think it has anything to do with the kim.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think it's some kind of derivation to say, I was just typing, it's a servant who asks, what shall I do? King karomi
Oh.
asks you, what shall I do next?
Okay.
I think that is where it comes from.
Okay. Okay. Great. Thank you. Sadashivam and
I think our discussion is just going awry because there is a separate word ku for which the dictionary gives a meaning.
yes.
And it says its various substitutes are kad, kava, ka, kim. And it is specifically gives it is a prefix implying badness, deterioration, depreciation,
Correct.
sin, reproach, littleness. So I think that is very self-explanatory. We need not.
Okay. Yeah, correct. Thank you very much. I think we need not go into so much details. Lata Vidyaran, okay, she's self-muted. Sorry. Okay. Shivasubramaniam.
Ku is a samasaha coming under Tatpurusha samasaha. Ku samasaga, if you add any the ku before any padam, it becomes a negative. It becomes a negative meaning. It gives a negative meaning. It's a ku samasaga. That's all. Similarly, kim karomi is correct. The servant who asks his master, "What shall I do now?" Kim karomi. So then, in that way, that word kim karaha comes.
Okay.
Kim kari, kim karaha comes.
Thank you. Thank you. Arun Kulkarni.
Just want to add something.
There's some echo from your side.
There's an echo from.
Okay, let me. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
Just
There's a lot of echo from your side. Maybe you have to speaker. You have to. Okay, yeah. Please go ahead. Now it's okay. Okay, let him come back. I will unmute him later. Who else is there?
Hello?
It's still bad. Okay.
Hello?
Can you type your question, please? Because it's really.
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Okay. If there are other questions in the chat, okay. Let me. I put down the hands of all. If you have more questions, please raise your hands. So that's the one thing which I basically this is how you look up words and name or nama padani. I still have time. If you have questions, I'm done with how to show you. Is there any other questions how to look up words? Basically, you have to have some padacheda or something and look at, okay, this is the word. You have to be very clever about what the word, parts of speech of the word are. You need not know the meaning, but okay, this word is as a compound or something. So that's why this list display helps you. For example, you want to search about only, for example, Brahma or something, and then you don't know the other word. You just type in Brahma here, and then this thing is giving you Brahman, Brahma, Brahmanya, Brahmanvat, all these things. So this itself gives you a bit of. So you just type in the first few letters of the word. You will get some idea. Okay, what I'm looking for. Oh, is this Brahman? Oh, there is an Akaranta Padam. Brahma, I'm always thinking that it is Akaranta Padam. Now, oh, it's Brahman is there. So that's how you explore some more things in the dictionary. Okay, now that I have questions now. What is the meaning of first long dash? Okay, I don't know what you mean. Okay, let me come back to that question. VN Meena, you are self-muted. VN Meena. Can you unmute yourself? Okay. Lata Vidyaranya. I am trying to unmute. Self-muted. Okay, VN Meena, you are unmuted. Yeah.
That Kinnara Shabd, there is another meaning also other than the negative meaning. Kinnaraha. That is Kinnaraha, say, just like Devatas.
Yeah, correct. You're right. I mean, yeah, correct. It's not only negative meaning. Yeah. So let's move away from this Kinnara Kim discussion, Ku Kim discussion. We have had enough of that. Is there any other question? We will take it.
Okay, thank you.
Well, there should be a delay of 15. Okay, I will take note of this. So there is a 15 to 20 seconds delay after I change the screen and I can see it. I am trying to be aware of that, but still I am not fully in terms of that. So please bear with me. Okay. Dharma ma. Okay, I don't know what you are telling. Dharma plus ma. Okay. Can you raise your hand and talk in the? I didn't understand that. Dharma plus ma. We will talk in the phone if possible. Okay. Lata, I'm trying to unmute you. Lata Vidyaranya. You are unable to ask a question. I'm trying to unmute you. You should unmute your side, please. Okay. Or type in the question here if you're not. Okay. Sorry. Shyam, please unmute yourself. Okay. Shyam, I'm not able to unmute you. Okay. Is there anybody else? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Sorry, not you. Shyam, please unmute yourself. Okay. Okay, Venkatesh, let me unmute Venkatesh. Please unmute yourself. I am trying to unmute, but it's not unmuting. I will unmute everything. Yeah,
Okay.
Venkatesh. Yeah.
So I think that dharma question is, I'm guessing here. So if you go to dharmaha, there is a dharmaha hyphen ma. So what is the consequent word? I think is the question.
The consequent word is okay.
Dharma, dharma ma. I mean, what is there was?
No, it is dharma only.
There's a subheading. If you scroll down a little.
Adharma. I'll look. I know what you're talking about. Okay, I saw it.
Right. That is
this one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
This
adharma ma.
No, it's adharma eva. Huh?
Adharma eva. Oh, astu.
Adharma.
Okay. So
it's
the next
adharma
one also, for example, adharmam.
Adharmam. Yeah, you should read it as adharmam.
I say, how would one know? You think?
Yeah, it comes to practice. I mean, so think about the Koshakara in mind. See, he wants to reduce as much real estate as possible. So basically, it takes a bit of. That's why this course is useful. So it takes a bit of practice, but once you are adapted it will be very easy. I mean, it's a second nature.
Okay, so to generalize, it is if adharmaha is considered the heading, and dash ma or dash mum is considered as a subheading. So the whole heading, it could be either the heading or a sub part of this heading would be added to that subheading.
Correct.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not able to unmute any of you who have raised their hands. Okay. Please repeat the explanation. Okay. The adharma. So the question was here, the ma. So how do you read this ma entry? The ma entry you have to read as the head word is adharmaha. So, and the Koshakara gives ma at the end, rma, repaha and ma. So you have to complete it as adharma and not adharma ma or something. What does this dash exactly mean? Is this long dash mean? This long dash is just means a new entry, and this small dash means just that it's not a full word, it's an incomplete word, and you have to supply something in front. That's what this means. So that is the meaning of this. Okay, so I think we are okay. If I think I've answered more enough questions. I think the time is also up. I think we should stop. Okay, please, if you have questions, you always can write to that email ID in the okay. R Mahadevan is come. R Mahadevan, please ask a question.
You mentioned the word Brahma. Just a comment that if you type Brahma, you don't get the meanings of the word Brahma. Brahma is the Supreme Spirit. You must type in Brahman. So it is necessary to know that it is a Nakaranta Lingaha, Nakaranta Shabda, not Akaranta Shabda. If you don't know that, you will not get, because it will simply say Brahma and no meanings at all will come. You have to type in Brahman. Similarly, if you type Brahma, you get the Chaturmukha Brahma and all the meanings of Chaturmukha Brahma. So one may get confused. You need to have that basic knowledge to type in correctly. That's what I wanted to comment.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, so now I think we will end the class here. Next week I will start with dhatuhu and all the derivatives of dhatu. The dhatu also has noun forms in that, kridantas and all these things. So let's see how Apte Dictionary organizes that in the next class. Okay, astu. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. Okay, thank you very much. I have to stop.